Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping King. Today I'm sharing a double 8.5 by 11 layout. This is using the Scraproom kit, flavors of the month, and the Echopark down in the the left-hand corner. And I'm using up what I have left of it to create this double page layout. Since I'm sizing it down to 8.5 by 11, it is going to look slightly different. I also used a lot more pattern paper on it than probably anybody else would because I don't like white backgrounds. So here I'm showing you the sticker sheets that were included in my Flavors of the Month collection. And I have some metal star dies over here that I'm going to use on the layout also. So I have 5 different sizes of those. I do use all of the sizes, and I will show those when I get ready to get started on the layout. These little metal brads were also included in the kit. The enamel dots were part of the embellishment kit. And then these are all of the scraps of paper that I have left from the other layout that I created earlier in the month. And this is the second layout I am creating. And I still have enough left. I will create one more layout, pretty much using what came in the Flavors of the Month kit. I'm a heavy embellisher, so what's included in the kit isn't really enough for me to create more layouts than probably give or take 2 or 3, sometimes a double page and then 2 single pages. It just depends on what we actually get in the kit selection. But for this particular one, I was able to create the double page, and then I will create 2 single 8.5 by 11 layouts. So as you can see, I still have one full 12 by 12, and then I have pretty much scraps of all the rest of the papers. This one here is a pretty big size also. And I'm going to cut all the strips down, get them ready to go before I start laying them out. And this took quite a while just because I had to decide which papers to use where. That probably takes the most time for me almost on any layout. So I just popped up the sketch there for a minute that was in the group, and I'm not sure who it's by. I don't remember a name being on it, but it's just a simple black and white sketch. And like I said, for most people, it probably would have been quicker because you wouldn't have added the additional papers that I add. And I'm also going to add a couple more scraps of paper. But overall, I think it turns out really great. So here I'm using that green paper at the bottom since the chair my son is sitting in is green, and it actually complements the chair very well. This star border paper was the opposite side of the blue paper, and I wanted that star border down at the bottom at the top of the photos, and then I'll put one more strip of it above the orange border, which is where the title is going to go. And this took quite a while, like I said, so I did speed it up, but basically you'll still see everything I'm doing since it's going to take quite a while to lay it all out. I did use a scallop border punch to punch out the red lightning bolt paper, and then I placed it down there at the bottom. Again, kind of sort of going with what the sketch has. The only part the sketch doesn't have is the star paper. Um, the star border down at the bottom of the photos, but I decided it needed it to bring it together. So that was just my preference. The photo I did slightly cut so that there was a little bit on the left hand side and the right hand side. And then this orange piece was already trimmed down to my normal. It's 8.5, but I usually trim off like 1/8, 1/16 of an inch just so that it fits in the page protector a little bit better. So I will have to trim both of these down just slightly a little bit more, but it's okay. In the end, it works out. So it's all right. I'm just going to go ahead and use this orange paper at the top. And then I'm going to place the star border again at the top also. And I probably should have placed that side over on the other side since most of it's going to get covered up by another piece of paper. Because those ones are different sizes if you look closely at the close-up photos, but it's okay. It's really hard to notice since it's white on white. And there's a little bit of a, I guess like it looks like a photo mat around the photos. I did purposely leave a little bit of white space. And that was just to help the photos pop a little bit more. I didn't want to like add any more pattern paper. And I figured since he's wearing a white t-shirt and they're boxer shorts, but he has regular underwear on underneath those boxer shorts. In the summertime, he used to wear the boxer shorts and the t-shirt as pajamas because pajamas are very expensive and boxer shorts were a lot cheaper and they were cute. And he was little and skinny and able to wear them like that, so he did. So here I trimmed off that other little like edge, like I said, and then put the picture back down correctly since nothing ever seems to cut correctly. It doesn't cut straight. I did buy a new cutter again, and I still can't get it to cut straight. But I do think this one cuts a lot straighter. It's the Sure Cut by Fiskars, and I think it's just a little bit of a learning curve with it, but I think it does cut a lot better. So that little 3x4 card there that I'm placing in the middle, it says, let me look at the layout because I can't see it. My favorite kind of surfing, which I thought was kind of funny and kind of fitting for summer photos. And I'm going to place it right there in the middle. I did place it on top of the striped paper, and then the TV is showing striped lines in the middle of it. And color wise, they kind of sort of match up, but they definitely weren't going to match up either way because the stripes on the TV are different than the stripes in the border strip paper. So it's okay. I just went with it. But I like the way that it looks. I think it stands out perfectly. I did mat the 3x4 card on white cardstock just so that it would match the photo mats being white also. And then the strips I did line up, or the stripes on the strip of paper that I added at the top and the bottom. I made sure that all the lines add up or line up together so that you have the same colors going top to bottom. Not that anybody else would probably notice, but I definitely noticed. So I made sure that they all lined up. I don't know where I disappeared to. I think I lost one of my stripes and I had to go find it. It got stuck under another piece of paper. So here I'm just putting down the double-sided tape and then I'm going to place this one down and I will cut off the edge on the left and the right. And then I will start putting down my cute stars. Oh, I almost forgot to ink this one up. For some reason it wasn't inked. And again, that just adds a little bit more pop of the black. The TV screen or the TV itself has black on it. So I did want to add just a little bit of black. I didn't add too much black on this layout. Again, um, they're just cute, fun photos. And it was really funny because my son came in my room and he's looking at the photos and he's like, I remember that chair. He's like, I remember sitting there watching cartoons in that chair. And I remember hiding underneath that chair and going to sleep. He would flip it upside down and curl up under it and go to sleep. And I thought that was so funny that he actually remembers that. And it brought back lots of memories of like the living room and what was in the living room. And he's 27. He's 4 years old in these photos, but he remembers that green chair. And I just thought that was kind of funny. So here you can see I popped up the stars. I did pop them up on play foam also. So this particular metal die, it cuts out an outline of the star and then it cuts out a solid piece. So I used both. I put the outline first and then I popped up the star with foam tape underneath. And then I added the little TV and popcorn down there on the right hand side. I also added a little banner that says "These Lazy Days," which I thought was kind of cute and fitting for cartoon time. And I'm going to hold it up and show it to you. And then I'm going to show you that I already bought more of this paper because I really enjoyed using this collection. And I found a few more photos that go with it. But I decided I needed the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. So I did buy that also. As I'm showing you here, I'm going to pull the other TV off. There's another TV on that 12 by 12. And I was trying to figure out where to put it. I decided to put it up here by cartoon time because then that adds three TVs in there in a triangle shape. And then I added a little soda pop up there at the top also by that other TV. And I think it turned out really cute. I also used all of the enamel dots that I had on this layout. So if you're curious about the flavors of the month, this is from the Scraproom. I'll leave a link down below. There is a new set of 4 flavors of the month that just came out today. So if you want to check them out and pick up your kit for September, I love what's coming out for September. And I used almost everything in these particular kits except for the Simple Stories one. I just ran out of time, but I do have a few photos picked out and might get another one up for September. So here's another look at the 4, and then here are the 4 that are released this month for September. Bye.